Okay. I don't know how to get better. What you request? I don't feel I played this game all that bad. I've been playing Tracer for a while, but I feel like I haven't improved all that much. I don't really know I should have done to have improved the outcome of this game. I'm just looking for specific feedback as how I can improve my gameplay. Thank you. Code in-game name Fazer. So first things first, of course. Improving Tracer, you have many angles to go. The most direct one is just train your mechanics. Like, just show that very briefly. Just go custom games, create, settings, import, Bugstar. Just a few brief seconds. Pick Tracer, of course. Warm up. Turn around as you see this blobs. Put 100% and very easy. Just move one direction and try to follow the targets without kind of like overshooting. Like make your mouse just really look slow somewhat. Just focus on like you saw here. I was left and right swatching a little bit. Try to get onto the target as unexcited as possible for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. The second thing is, every time you reload, you blink and then shoot. Reload, blink, shoot. Reload, blink, shoot. Reload, blink, shoot. Right? Very basic. The next thing would be, you shoot, but this time you blink through the target and turn around. Like reload, blink through, turn around. And again, find the target, try to aim as slow as possible, so make it look very unexcited, very smooth. Just try to just aim at the head, like reload, blink through, aim. Reload, blink through, aim. And so on. And third step would be to do the same, but you know, just shoot, blink, shoot, reload. Shoot, blink, shoot, reload. Shoot, blink, shoot, reload. You know, so also, like, just a little bit of mechanical training will go a long way. And if you have done it for a bit, you just try to blink melee. And see if you hit. If you don't hit, just get a feel for the distance, you know. Press melee and then blink later. Try to blink behind them, in front of them, whatever. Just try to blink melee. Just get a feel for it, you know. That's the mechanical training I would advise you to do on Tracer. It already helps quite a lot. Because it helps you to do it in-game without thinking about it. And then you have more brain space, what am I doing? Brain space left to focus on the gameplay itself. Now we have the import the gameplays in view. So yeah. So first thing is improve mechanics. So the next 3 things to improve on Tracer are, well, first is the macro positioning. Like figure out where your team will be, where the team fight will happen. So here we have a Hollywood map. Yeah, Hollywood. We are, which side are we? We are on the blue team, which means we will be defending. So where will the fight happen? Think, yeah, well, look where your tank will position. Maybe he will be here in choke. So if your tank is holding here, you just go a short range off angle to your tank. Then you go to short range off angle from here. If your tank is, don't know, fighting out here, maybe you go from this door. No, if your tank is fighting from this car, then you go from this door maybe. It really doesn't matter. If your tank is holding back here, well, then you fight from here or from up there. You know, just find a short range off angle to wherever your tank is fighting. Always around the enemy team, just never inside them. Just always go from out to in. I will show that later. So this is like this macro positioning, and this is something you have to find always. And then the next thing is to just get the timing. So fight when your tank starts fighting. So if your tank is here, but he's just not fighting, letting the enemies come, don't kind of blink out and run into the enemy team. Like the timing, improve the timing, wait until the enemies really fight with your tank before you do stuff. And third thing is then would be to get the micro decisions like how you blink, how you reload, how you aim, and so on. So let's see which is the biggest problem on this tracer. So the biggest problem in my replay video is we need to turn back the time. So first thing is don't be late out of spawn. Just give yourself time to get in position. Like what are we? Oh, sorry, I have the field of view too big. Sorry. The way it looks strange, put it to 103 and it's more normal. Right, so rather than running around, punching walls and so on, let's figure out which teammates you have. Look where is everyone positioned. Okay, you have a tank fighting here. So what are short range off angle options? Well, of course, fighting this door, but it might be difficult to need to run away. So there's one option. Another option would be to fight here. Well, you might get enemies from the back and maybe they can flush you out before attacking the tank. So maybe a little bit close. So maybe here. You know, just have some thoughts, just experiment, just try to figure stuff out. Don't be just mindless. Use your brain from start to finish. Then there's not much point in doing this. Like if you're here, wait for the shields and scout what they are playing. We are already starting to waste cooldowns to do nothing. They are not in range for you to fight them. Don't go here. This is too risky for no reason. And yeah, again, you want to play this short range off angle with your tank, but just understand that Sigma has a range from here to here. So Sigma can stand here and shoot until the enemies go to this corner, and then he will most likely fall back. As soon as he is fall back, you are out there alone. So, difficult start, very greedy, and very easy for the enemies to get you out, because first thing, you are very late for no reason. Like if you want to go here, go there early so the enemies doesn't scout. Everyone saw you rotate there. And yeah, I understand that you're afraid that your team will die if you don't do enough. But at the same time, you being there kind of directs your teammates forward. Because they, oh, there's a teammate, maybe I need to help them. I don't want them to die alone because then we are on 4 on 5. And so your teammates play worse because you are here. Don't do that. And you see now what happens? Is this... Are you now swinging a corner onto Mei, where you are in the good close range off angle? No, you're too far away. Right? This is a bad fight for you. Don't take it. And is there actually a possibility to have a good fight in here? Yeah, well, kinda no. So really just don't go there. Like whatever happens from here, it will be a negative trait for you. Told ya. Recall. So yeah, so to be specific, what happens? You close the entire enemy team where you are, and then you crouch here. So crouching, this is a specific mechanic in Overwatch. I will not draw it. I will only explain it. I hope it's enough. If like there's a server in the center, and left and right of this server are the clients, your client and the enemy client, right? And the client sends a signal to the server sends a signal to you. And then something happened on your screen. Which means, if you are standing still, and the Widow, or the Mei, now runs around the corner and sees you, and now the Mei shoots at you, Mei's client says, I've hit the tracer, and this is when you can take damage. And this might happen before your client got even the information that Mei was walking here. Which means you will see the Mei only after you already got hit. Okay? This is not a question of reflex. It's a question of server-client architecture, mostly. Like if you're standing still and a Widow Hanzo Mei peeks a corner, they will see you standing still before you see them. Which means it's impossible to dodge. And I'm a Diamond DPS. For your information, I was Master One Trick Sombra in Season 8. Fell down to Diamond 1. So, and I cannot dodge it, okay? Maybe you're younger, maybe you're faster, but still you make your own life harder than it needs to be. Do not stand still or crouch where enemies swing the corner onto you. You can stand still or crouch when Mei wants to walk here, and you wait around the corner here, right? Because Mei does not look at you. And this is a risk, a gamble you are taking. But what is the chance that Mei walks in this door and doesn't look forward? It's 0. Everyone who walks through this door will look exactly there where you are. They will see you and shoot you before you can move. And this is what happens here. You can never outblink this. It's impossible, okay? Stop trying it.
Disrupting.
Like this. You're standing still. And then you're not even blinking. You're turning your camera. You need to instantly blink as fast as you can. Then you maybe have a chance if the Mei is slow. But you're not even blinking. You're turning your camera and trying to shoot. This is too late. Recall. Recall now. You're too late. You need to get out. This is too late. You needed to recall right away. It's not a fight you can take at all. Don't. An additional tip I can give you: don't greet your recall. Use your recall early and see. I ran into a situation where I needed to use recall. Work on not using recall. Okay, that is what training you the skill. Do not go in situations where you're forced to use the recall. Okay. Sometimes the enemies will force you to use recall. That is fine. But in this case, you force your own recall. Like it was clear you will not get out of here without using recall. Your fight plan evolved around using recall, and this is a bad habit. Fight in a way where you do not need to use recall, and if you recall, don't greet it, just use it and then learn, okay, this was bad, I was forced to use recall. Try to avoid it next time. This is how you get better on Tracer, because then both lives you can play better if you do not force recall yourself. Because it was clear that this happens from the get-go. At the moment you crossed this line, it was clear that this is going to happen. Basically. Now your team gets crushed in a 5-on-4, but of course teammates always stagger. Like your 4 teammates will not think, I'm down a player, I will now go back and play defensive. They will think, damn, stupid Tracer throws my game, I stop trying, I throw now. This is what they're thinking, right? Be very careful by throwing away the very first fight. It sets the morale for the entire game. And now, you are back, and the team fight is lost. Right? There's nothing you can do now. But you still go in. Which means now you are staggering again. You have lost the first team fight by being greedy and going out. Just wait here. Wait for your tank to come back. Shoot at your tank's target. If you see your tank does not come back, then think of go, maybe play here then. Adapt to whatever your tank is playing. Maybe play here. But don't be so greedy to go all the way out here where you're completely isolated and alone and then even do the mechanical errors, right? Then now again, is the point winnable? No, stop going in. There's no point in going. There's no point. Look, you spawned here, right? You even AFK and spawn after spawning. Oh my god. This is such a hard throw. Oh my god. Why are you AFK? So if you would be in my game, I would report you now for being AFK. Just so you know, because you were standing still for 1 second. And then you do this. Literally just walk efficiently to point. Stop doing that. Seriously. What are you doing? Focus on the game. Look at the kill feed. Look at your teammates. Think about positions. Start using your brain. Why are you brain dead walking out of spawn? This is why Sombras get spawn kills. Because people don't use the brain until they're seen as the first enemy. Which position, which rotation, where are you going? You have 1 Sigma on point. You see 3 kills in kill feed. From your, like your team is dead. Stop going randomly somewhere. Think about how will you touch the point after they get 2.9 ticks. So you touch the point the very last moment before they tick it if your tank respawns in time. That's all you think about now. But instead, you kind of run around, swirl your camera, you're not looking, you're not thinking at anything. And this is bad. This is because, it is bad because being dead and walking like being dead is the biggest downtime you have to think about stuff. What do I need to adapt? What do I change? How is my tank playing? Where are my spots positioned? How do I fight against this Kiriko, this Mei, this Hojon? Right? When you spawn, this is the best chance to orient yourself. Where is my team? Where is the payload? What is the time? Press tab. What are the enemies? Is someone switching? Do my team have ultimates? Check this stuff. This is the best time because you are not endangered by enemies right now. Always be ready for Sombras. Is that why you need to press tab to know, do they have a Widow? Do they have a Sombra? Use your brain the moment you spawn. Don't be brain on, brain off, brain on, brain off. you are competitive, fighting the competitive. Be competitive. You know, if there's a boxing match, you know, it goes 3 minutes and then you have a 1 minute break. This 1 minute break, they are not randomly sitting in the corner. They're not just, oh, fight over, okay, I just chill. No, they do active, and they actively regenerate. Like, you see them massaging, you see them putting ice somewhere, you see them rubbing the face with towels and whatever. To use this 1 minute to maximum regenerate this downtime in the boxing match. The 3 minute boxing is important, but how you use the 1 minute to regenerate is also important. You in a competitive environment, you cannot skip the break. I don't know if you have ever been in a jiu-jitsu match, have you ever seen one? The timings are even shorter. Like, the match duration is only a few minutes, but if you're fighting a jiu-jitsu match, you fight, you break, you fight, you break. At this 1 minute match, it's the longest minute you ever had. Like, after a third is done, after 20 seconds were fought, you think, I'm already dead. How will I survive? Like you will feel like one day, like a marathon. Because this constant pressure, break. It's really exhausting. And managing breaks is really important, and you are not doing it. Like, right now, like you swing out the corner. What do you want to see? What do you want to make happen? Like, will you go and kill 5 enemies, or what's your plan? Like, and no, of course, it's not your plan. Why? You have no plan. You did not think. You didn't use your brain. You just walk forward till you see the first enemy. And now you see the first enemy, now you think, oh, an enemy! Now you think about blink and shoot and tracer stuff, but none of that matters. You cannot out-trace the 5 enemies. Well, actually, looking at the enemies, maybe you could. Where are we walking and why? What's the point? Yeah, hey, you got 3 cooldowns out. Nice one. 3 cooldowns. Or something, I don't know how I counted, but... And now what? So, cooldowns are out, and now? Yeah, well, what now is that you attack on point without recall and blinks. So, who had more cooldowns? 5 enemies? Or you? So, what was more important? Using your recall and 2 blinks? Or the 1 cooldown the enemy threw? Because guess what? They used 3 cooldowns on you, sure. But they have 6 cooldowns left. Well, you are down everything. So... And I say this so sarcastically because all of this started the moment you cross this line. The very first team fight. And this is still a throw going on from the start. At some point you need to stop doing random stuff and do correct tracer gameplay. Nothing else. Like, from every silver, gold, platinum play I want to see only correct, fundamental plays. I don't want to see them blink around and go for flashy kills and blink on rooftops to sticky bombs the Pharah and fighting 3 enemies, and I don't want to see that. I want to see the look where the fight is, walk out with your team, find the short range off angle, don't know, maybe here because there's a Moira, and exist on this short range off angle for as long as it's possible and use your cooldowns correctly on the short range off angle. That's all. I don't want to see anything else. And do this fundamental very, very well.
Stop the payload.
Extremely well. And you see now? Your team is dying again. Why? Well, there's a player missing. Guess which player is missing? Why is this player missing? Because the player went in alone on point. And why did he went in alone on point? Because he blinked past here, so he had no other choice. Hey, no soldier is dead. It's 4 on 5 again. So yeah, the enemies are now starting second point, and your team has still not managed to recover from your first position. And this is really the biggest thing players need to understand. This taggering is the biggest fundamental you need to learn. Like, yeah, your team is dead. Why are you fighting? Will your fighting stop the payload? No. What are you fighting for? get out. It literally does not matter. If you even kill this too, it does not matter. You will not stop the payload. Get out. Get out. You need to get out. Like, yeah, you're playing very well. You're trading good. You're doing a tons of damage. But none of it matters. Well, it matters a little bit. It actually matters a little bit. Because the enemies didn't take positions and so on, right? But at the same time, you also have not prepared the position. So, well. And now see what happens. So, your hawk spawns, right? He's also the left side. Actually, let's look at the soldier. So the soldier comes here, he sees, oh, my trace is fighting on the right side, and he joins the fight. Right? He doesn't think, oh, I'm frontlining, he doesn't think, oh, I might be fighting 1 versus 3. He thinks, oh, there's a fight going on, I help in this fight, right? And the thing is, that this soldier now is in actual risk of dying. The problem now, because there was a fight going, his soldier is actually looking for an angle. And to know what this means, the hawk is coming, he saw a trace fighting right side, he sees a soldier fighting left side, so he thinks, hey, there's fighting going on, I come from spawn, I need to join. He goes in. But you have to understand, this guy sees 0. He doesn't see a single teammate, he sees not a single enemy, and the soldier didn't die by, you know, sheer luck, basically. He has nothing left. He was so close to dying. And then it would be again the next lost team fight, still without a single chance to start a fight, starting from your mistake here, crossing this line. It is still not a single clean team fight start has happened. Not a fight where Zen was in position, where Anna was in position, where you had a short range off angle to your tank, and so on. None of that ever happened. Still, not a single time, right? So now you're running here somewhere, not knowing where to go, but well, yeah. You know, your team's kind of recovering right now. Well, but you have recovered enough, you kind of need to go. Okay, we are going. Nice. Let's see. This was now the first promising action. Let's go. So, how much damage does Tracer do across this damage? See, we've done 23 points of damage. Huge. Okay, maybe you're too far away. And maybe aim before shooting. There's also a tip. Like, you're not in a hurry here. Just aim before shooting. You know? Don't be panicking, just fire. Like, you have the time, no one's watching you, right? But at the same time, you could have just dropped here and then shoot from here. You could have a single tracer, you can actually jump across here, I'm actually not entirely sure. But you can blink for sure, shoot from here and then blink up again, then you are in cover. That's nice. Yeah, this is good. And now we are in a position. You see that? That is nice. But now focus our target and shoot the target. Like, why are we shooting at the May or the cross distance? Like, this is a little bit far away. Shoot the Kiriko. You know, shoot the Kiriko, get the cleanse out, use pulse bomb. It's good stuff. And again, we are moving quite a lot. We are not really aiming. The tracking is direct behind. So really just aim, then shoot. Like, you remember the training, like the mechanical training I said to Vaxstar? Aim, shoot. Make it a habit. Train it in Vaxstar until it's really a habit. It's really important. Yeah, nice attempt. Like, I wouldn't drop for free laser, but it's okay. Okay. Like as I said, like, you started the team fight, your team didn't take positions before fighting, so now we are fighting from a bad position and everyone dies. So it's kinda, you know, your teammate started from bad position in this team fight, and this hurts your team. But at the same time, they used Nano, you didn't. Not too bad. They used Nano and Kitsune Rush. The enemies used 2 ults. So this is actually, can be considered a team fight win. The only problem is that they are already through with second point. Like, if they wouldn't be through already here, if they would have been here, it would have been perfect. They would have actually used the ultimates, and you could have recontested without ults. Have a good stream. Thank you very much, Celeplays. And welcome to the stream. And you see this? What Anna is doing? Now, guess where Anna respawns and when.
And welcome you 3 lovely people.
Thank you for the raid. Hello, raiders. Thank you for the raiding and get raided, nerd. Yeah. Super Hash Bros 95. Nice. Ooh. This is a place to check him out. It's maybe it's a nice. I think it's a PNG tuber in this clip. Last played Overwatch 2, also Overwatch 2 player. Yeah, maybe check out the stream. Maybe it's something for you. Check it out.
Oh, hey Super Hash Bros 95.
And thanks for the follow.
Thanks for hitting that follow button.
To break my chainsaw.
Yes, PNG tuber. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, this was a select place. I'm currently doing a VOD review for a Reddit tracer. For Fazia currently, and
to steal some
then we will do stuff. Yeah, you see this? And now, because Anna died, it's the same mistake you did earlier, it's just to highlight it again. And Soldier does it even worse. And now, like the enemies will get now the entire third point without a proper team fight. Because people died late. And you cannot control Anna, you cannot control Soldier, but you can control that you are not the reason that this happens, right? Don't be like the Soldier, don't die late. Die with your team, respawn with your team, rotate with your team, then take an short range off angle, fight from the short range off angle. Really most important, the tip I can give you is learn regrouping perfectly. It's not that hard, but it's the advantage of having... of allowing your teammates to get into position before you start a team fight is tremendous. Like, I cannot overestimate how important it is to allow your teammates, like it will then now think about, which position shall I take? Where is good? Where is my range? Where is my disco top? And so on. Or does it think, Trace is fighting, I need to go. Well, he goes. Does this Zenyatta, is he currently thinking that the May can swing the corner and just kill him instantly? No, he's not thinking about it anymore because he looks at you, right? Be careful with this stuff. You gain nothing by attacking this because you know the Sojourn can get healed by 2 supports. You should not kill the Sojourn, especially on the Mega spec. But you can kill your own Zenyatta by fighting early for nothing. Really fight only when your team has a chance to contest the payload, otherwise fall back, take positions. Help your teammates to fall back. Yeah. And if fights happen, your teammates will walk forward and they will die. Regroup. Don't randomly fight. You need to get out of here. You need to stop fighting. You need to regroup properly. Like this 1-on-1 is nice, of course. I understand it. But at the same time, it's a one-shot fight for D.Va and you are instantly completely dead. It's one random headshot from May, you do not know where the May is. You cannot track your... It's one Kiriko teleporting onto the Sojourn and headshotting you instantly. You will just be dead. There will be no comebacks, there will be no team fight for the last entirety of the point. Fall back, go to positions, hold corners, help your teammates regroup, try to regroup. I understand that now Sojourn is not fighting with your team, right? Sojourn is not shooting, so you think, oh, this is great value. Well, but they actually had enough teammates to still kill you. Your team, not you specifically. And this is really just, if you climb higher, the enemies will react correctly. To this stuff. Like, try to go for clean team fights. Group up, go for clean team fights. Like, you see, mechanically there is no problem. You're killing Sojourn, you're killing Kiriko. Like, mechanically there is no problem. If you have this close range off angle, if you're fighting for the angles, if you're fighting in your range, you're doing great. You see that they're all dead. You killed them all. Nice. If you remove the fights, but it's pointless to fight, don't fly them back again. You remember. You will do great. Now this is good. Yeah, a little bit too much maybe already, but it's good. It's good. Really, I wouldn't complain here. Yeah, getting out, resetting is nice. I wouldn't go main, but yeah, we go for an angle. Okay, it's nice. Well done. This is good. And now, be careful with this one. Now again, you blink out, you again drag your teammates through the cloak. Just play the cloak. You do not need the kill on Soldier. It's, yeah, again, it might feel nice because I was thinking, oh, it's a one-on-one, but you know, they're spawning in your back, they're shooting you now, they can teleport. And now your teammates will see, oh, there's a trace of fighting, maybe I can help, and then maybe they do a mistake, and so on. Like, allow your teammates to take good positions where you fight. And you will not allow them to take good positions if you always drag them further forward, further forward, further forward. And it's basically, you see your teammates here, and so you go further front and fight here. And if your teammates would be back here in the safety, you would fight around this corner. Like, you're always too far ahead by one corner, basically. Yeah. Why did he die? Well, because he just sees teammates fighting, so he swings around the corner, but the teammates flank around back, and so he dies. And the thing is, you might think, but I need to attack the soldier to distract the soldier, right? This is something you might think. And this is somewhat true. And this is something I need to be careful about, because it's actually not so easy. I really don't know how to formulate it now correctly. It's always true. I think I can't, but it doesn't matter. Just be careful about dragging your team always further in, okay? Just define some, okay, this is a good choke. Like Zenyatta, like these three players should find a way to not die to this soldier in this situation. And you just, like, what you want to do is basically you want to stand here. So Soldier cannot swing around forever. At some point, he will get harassed by you, alright? So Soldier cannot chase your teammates forever. This is what you want to do. So either hold here, because teammates should not die from the angles they're looking at. They should die from left or right, right? So basically you can hold here, this thing should just distract them. A little bit closer, so you don't need to pick the spawn. Maybe hold here, maybe even hold here. But I wouldn't blink through this cloak in this case. But you need to take positions for the short range off-angle fight. Yeah, that's okay.
This ends now.
And this is somewhat, again, what happens. You go over-aggressive. So imagine you would be standing here and shoot a soldier in the back. Right? So what you have here is 4 teammates shooting onto one soldier. Who will win? Yeah, well, your team. But now you blink through. So what happens is, your team shoots a soldier, but the enemy team is shooting you. Right? So instead of having a 4-on-1, you're having a 3-on-1 and a 3-on-1. Right? So you basically gave up your advantage for a neutral chance to win, more or less. Just play the cloak. It's fine. Just deny soldier from going through the cloak. Deny D.Va from going through the cloak. Like, poke D.Va so she never flies through here. It's fine. You do not need to do more. Because you're holding the cloak. And again, yeah, this is, again, mechanically well played. It's great. You're using cover, you're using blinks and stuff. It's nice. Like, again, going against a Kiriko without recall is really, really scary. I die against Kirikos doing this. But apparently you're mechanically better than me. Well done. And here as well, Soldier can just glide past you. So she would need to fight you here. And this would give her an advantage, right? Again, Kiriko should have teleported onto her. Illegal fight.
Into the iris.
And you see, you are just trading basically. Yeah. So again, go more for clean teamfights. I understand starting teamfights from behind and doing this stuff is actually not too bad as Tracer. But make sure that you also have the skill to play the other side. Because again, this one-on-ones on the end, from the back, you are doing quite well. And this is not your weakness that you need to train, I would say. The other side is your weakness that you need to train. So you have the option to go to fight from both sides, right? You need the option to either fight from your cloak or from behind. Like from behind you're fighting well, but from holding the cloak, like taking the off-angle here would be nice. And you see, like in this situation you can play from here, which means you can get heal from both supports and you will outvalue the D.Va basically. Even though it's a tank, you will do great from here. You can also play from... Yeah, well, soldier also already has this angle, but you could also play from here, for example, somewhere. Would also work. You know, so you have options. And of course, you could play from here as well. But everything would work in this case. As long as you find the short range off angle and fight for it. Yeah, and here we are just stacking up on the same angle. And again, like, it doesn't matter if one people is shooting the defense matrix or 3 players shooting the same defense matrix. It will be the same outcome. Matrix eats it all. Yeah, nice. We went around the corner. It's just, yeah, it's actually nice. Yeah, it's good. Don't blink so much. No one's looking at you. Mei is shooting. Never mind, takes it back. Mei is shooting you. Blink. Keep blinking. Perfect. Ah, you see. And now you got the kill on Diva. Mei is helping you. No, nice. Yeah, good. This is good. Again, you chose to go overly deep again. And you just have to know that instead of going for this Kiriko, you could have also went for the soldier instead, right? And fight with your team again. How to say it? Because the enemies need to swing the corner into you. So the enemies need to go around here. The enemies need to walk into you. And this is actually bad for the enemies. It's difficult to do. And you make it easier for them by going into them, basically. So this Kiriko... Like, look at this. We have here this Kiriko, right? Like, she gets pummeled by Zen. She cannot heal the soldier. She cannot heal the tank. It's hard to heal the Mei. It's difficult to position for this Kiriko to get value, right? She has a hard time to generate value right now. Like, she doesn't see the Hawk really, like, hard to heal, hard to not peek the Zen. You see that? But now what happens? Hey, I trace her. And now the fight is clear. Get value from the Kiriko, from the Tracer. So you basically try to get value by going to a Kiriko that wasn't playing the game. And by going into the Kiriko, you gave the Kiriko value. You didn't remove value from her, in this case. So you... yeah, you need to be careful doing this stuff. If you have the option to just fight this, you know? Yeah, well, do this. It's a 3-on-1. Win this first. Before you go. I can understand that you... it's a little bit awkward to blink there. But you know, even fighting against the Mei would be better in this case. But of course you don't want to go because you have the Kiriko in the back. I understand. So you would have needed to blink and stuff. But the thing is, the enemies have the goal to push the payload, right? But if someone goes here and pushes the payload, he walks into this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. Like, he suddenly needs to fight 4 angles at once. And this is difficult. This is like... You don't know if you play strategy games like in StarCraft 2, your Space Marines build a concave, you need to walk up the ramp into this concave. It's very hard to do, you will lose a lot of units, and this is what happens here. But running down this ramp, you broaden the surface of your team where the enemies can get value on. And this makes it easier for the enemies to get value. Be careful with it. Build a concave around the choke, fight for the choke. Good. Where do we go and why? Now you go for the Anna or whatever, but your team needs someone to touch the payload. Trace is good at this. You were in position to shoot stuff, in the range and stuff. Hard to push you. And by moving here, you first remove yourself from the fight for a short period of time. And for what? Now you shoot the Kiriko. But you peek 3 enemies to do this, right? Now if you wouldn't peek this... Now look at this. Let's fall back a little bit too far. Like, what's she shooting even? She's damaging nothing. By going there, you gave her a target to shoot. Now you blinked away again instantly. So you didn't give her a target, but you kind of wasted your own time for that one, didn't you? Because you needed to walk, you needed to blink, you were shooting yourself as well. So it's not like you gained something, you just traded nothing for nothing. Instead, do something which is just shoot, if you are on the angle. Right, like, yeah, maybe a difficult example because Social really wasn't doing anything. But you see how Social didn't have anything to shoot at, but then you walked in and then she had something to shoot at. You gave her something to shoot at by going there. And you could already had something to shoot at here. So you didn't gain another target, you already had a target. So you gained nothing. But the Soldier had no target and gained one target, Social gained something. You made it easier for Social to get value. And I hope in the attack we can talk when it's not the case, when it's good to fight from the back, right? Because it's not always bad. You need to be fighting on payload. If you fight on payload or don't fight at all. This is like again the group protection thing. Like, nice. Why we're shooting the Orisa? We're shooting the Orisa now. Makes the point stop moving. No, then stop doing it. Just go here. Shooting the Kiriko might be better. But not. You also have the option to just not shoot anything and just stare at the Orisa if she moves to you or not. Just hide a little bit so you can touch the payload with resources. Because the goal now is to touch the payload, right? And, well, with this play, you are getting hunted, you cannot touch the payload. Okay. So again, mechanically very nice, but you choose overly greedy positions for no reason.
Switching sides.
Play the easier positions, don't go for maximum greedy positions. Don't greed your own recall. Like, don't force yourself to go somewhere you need to recall out. Make the enemies force you out, don't force out you out yourself. Play your space. So now,
defend objective A.
It's the opposite, right? We are attacking. Our team needs to walk into this choke, and the enemies have now this angle from here, and this angle from here, and this angle from up here, and this angle from up here, and this angle from up here, and from here, and from here, and from here. Tons of angles onto the same spot. They're like a lens focused on this specific spot, right? Like this parabol antenna for TV, right? Everything focused on this spot. Like, actually, they do not. They all stack up for no reason. It is good for you. So now there is value in making them turn around, because your team will have a hard time to swing the corner into this enemy. So now, actually blinking ahead of your team and attacking and just shooting from behind, touching point. So they turn around. Makes sense. Because that allows your team to walk through the choke. But again, we are getting poked out for nothing. Like, yeah, okay, this is something we need to talk about. So, we take a nice route. And now we see this Mei across a long space. How much damage will you do against this Mei on this distance? More or less, nothing. Stop shooting, stop fighting, go into cover. Like, literally just go into cover outside, there's a Mega Spec, and live here until your tank is at this corner. Right? You scout that the enemies are not here, they are not here, they are not here, you know the enemies are here and here. You've scouted, perfect. Go into cover, wait for your team to swing around. Don't feed. Like, you are literally peeking 5 enemies now. Like, there's no point in shooting. Like, you've done what? 53 damage on the target that gets pocketed by 2 supports. You got the cleanse out, which is good for you, actually. Actually, how much damage did you do? Let me check. No, it was... yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you are yourself down a lot of resources, so instead of taking angles now, you are kind of using resources for... so your Rhine needs resources to exist here, to do damage. But he can't get resources because all resources are on your face, right? Check. At least something. So what you want to do here now is you kind of want to exist somewhere here, and then you want to blink through and attack them from behind to make them turn around. But you can't. You wasted all your cooldowns before your team was in position to walk. So we're stuck here, shooting with P's across 20-meter distance. We do 0 damage. Like, if you do nothing or this, it's exactly the same outcome. It's nice. Now we are doing stuff. Now we are cooking. Nice! Yeah, you made the soldier look for you. Perfect. Of course, now you need to play this a little bit better so you do not die so fast. But you see what happened? Well, the Ramatra is now pincered and antinated. Great success. This is because you blinked through. This was nice. Mechanic, not so much. And just to highlight it again, why did you die to the soldier?
This will cut the pain.
Well, you didn't blink in time. You decided to fight the soldier that's already looking in your direction, basically. But again, my tip here is to like if I go here, I wouldn't even shoot here because it's kind of difficult to look up and right and front at the same time. So I will actually literally just touch point. Touching point makes enemies turn around, guaranteed. Someone will drop, something will happen, and this helps your team to go in. And when they drop, then you can blink up, for example, and then distract them from here as well and stuff. Like, really go for maximum distraction. Like, if soldier is already looking at you, you've done your job, go for next target. So the next target also looks at you. Don't fight targets looking at you if you just want to distract them. But, yeah.
We're outnumbered.
So here we go main. We shoot again from this, we do 0 damage. Like, this does nothing. So just stop doing it. No, just go earlier for a flank position where you get closer distance there or there. Sooner you start walking, the sooner you arrive. Because this, yeah, you are again peaked 4 enemies to do 0 damage. Like, this is wasting your own resources. Why are you shooting? Get closer. Get into cover. Try to get closer. Helping this teammate is actually nice. This was your intention, well done. But just understand that, you know, peeking, like, these enemies have no target to shoot at. By going there, you give them a target. For what? You do no damage. Like, you didn't even get a single tick of ult charge from this. Like, you need your blinks to get behind them. You cannot use your blinks now. You see this? You blink around a lot, but you're kind of forcing the supports to heal you instead of, you know, pushing through. And again, this is too frontal. If Mei is looking in this direction, you cannot fight from here. This is just illegal. You cannot do it. Keep your blinks, blink through. No, blink through, blink in. Fight from here. That's really annoying for Mei. Like, if the Mei is holding this position, try to get to here. Now, this is really annoying for Mei. You get health pack 1, you can blink across, you can go for mega health pack, exist in the back. That's really annoying for them. And now, well, you're peeking the enemy team and you do not know when they shoot you. So rather just blink inside and fight from there. But nice. Well done. Not too bad. You know, you distract them. Perfect. Yeah, good. Again, if you're going to the stage, you're doing mechanically better than your enemies in general. Good, we are running. This is nice. I would recall now, so we still have blinks and not blink so much. Like, these blinks are a mistake. As I said, do not greet your recalls. So, you're here in a situation where 2 enemies are pushing you and have now 1 blink left. So as soon as you take this hit, now I would recall. So you have, again, your blinks after recalling, so you actually can get away. But the problem is, now you blink, and now you blink, and if you recall now, you recall into Mei's face, but you have no blinks left, so you cannot get away anymore. This is what I mean. You see this? Don't greet your recall so much. Just use it earlier. So you still have blinks left. This is illegal. This is absolutely illegal. Like, you literally killed a Mei that still have your ice block, while you are being a one-shot for them. This is not allowed. While this feels nice to kill them 1 vs 2, well done. But this is not a play you should be aiming to go for. But you actually carried, so well done. And it just means that you are carried by mechanically outplaying your enemies, and this will not work for a long time. So if you rely on mechanically outplaying your enemies by this amount, you will not get very far. You will very soon hit a ceiling where enemies can respond correctly. Here again, you're fighting two enemies, so actually just staying on point and hiding behind. I cannot crouch. Hiding behind cart and just makes them walk into you for as long as you can. Helps your team more. But at the same time, I have to say it really doesn't matter because, well, your team is nowhere in position to do anything right. So actually just surviving and just waiting would be good enough because you will not win this anyway. So you could have at least also just went to here and look at the sky, would be roughly the same value. And this is something you have to be careful if you estimate your own gameplay. For you, it feels like you're fighting and adding value and doing stuff. But in reality, this is a nothing burger, right? So be careful that you do not think that, oh, I'm getting so much value, I killed 2 and then I distracted 2. No, you killed 2 and then the teamfight was over and you still were doing stuff. Imagine you get the kill on Kiriko, it would be so illegal.
Back in the fight.
Careful now, you need to live here. One thing you can do is this situation actually go high ground and contest this position. Because it's hard for enemies to push you. So actually, if Anna and Kiriko walk through here, it's harder for them to get you. So you can defend this narrow cloak. It's hard for them to get to you. And if enemies do not have this high ground, it's good for you. Be careful about the wall climb with Kiriko, of course. This is, of course, now a great feat, because your team is now about to attack, and it's about now when you're about to die. And you didn't die, and this is a great carry. Well done. And you see this? This is what you want. Now your splendid shot can just walk forward, no one shooting him. Well done. But just know that you are on 5 HP with no recall, so it was a little bit on the iffy side. And now you're on the wrong side of the map. So while it was a great carry, it was a tiny bit too early. And now you are forced out. Just reset, it's fine. Nice. And now blink through when you have the resources. Yes, now, go for the Sojourn. Go and fight the Sojourn. Now this is your chance. You see this? Blink to here, fight from here. This is great. Trust me, this is great. Because you can actually fight and fall back to the Mega House back. And then continue kiting around and stuff. And this will distract the Sojourn forever. Well, actually attacking the Mei from front is not so great because you will get hit by something at some point. So, and in this situation, again, the enemies do more damage than you do because they are better frontlining with Mei and Sojourn than you are. Now we are through. This did nothing, we are shooting across too big of a distance. And now our soldier is dead before we made the turnaround. So this again is important. Go here and be as fast as you can. Go now. You have the resources, go. Go, go, go. Don't shoot, don't look. Go. Go, don't shoot. Go. Go, 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 go. You know? This time is, you are wasting time. And this is exactly the time you do not have. If at this point you would already be shooting here the Kiriko, it would be a different outcome. But you're too late. And now you even wait. Well, actually waiting like your team is not too bad, but, you know. Nice. 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 Also nice, they are not looking. Didn't need to fall down, but it's okay in this case. It's not too bad. Nice. Blink mill attempt, nice. Not too bad. And again, mechanics great.
Seconds remaining.
Just go to these angles sooner. Like, have the plan to go into these angles and don't, you know, like, have this plan to do this play from the beginning. Don't go out here, main, and then you look, oh, left or right, and then you go maybe right side, and then you go here and shoot the Mei across 50-kilometer distance, and then you go here and eat 5 tons of damage, waste all your blinks, and wait again for reset, and then at some point eventually you go here. Like, just go here directly. Let's cut out all the stuff where you were doing nothing, and go here directly, and then you're golden. And then you are good. So basically just watch your replays, what was good, and do this faster, and see where we're doing nothing, and remove the stuff. And removing stuff was mostly where you stagger, don't regroup. This guy hits better pulse bombs than I do. It would have been nice if you wouldn't blink in corners where you do not know what's there. You cannot do this. Again, like the pulse bomb was nice, but where are we going now? There was a carry, and now you throw. Like, where is your team? Here. So why are you attacking here? You know? Like, if a Rhino is fighting here, you need to hold this off angle, basically. Or fight for the space so Arameter doesn't push you for free. That would be fine. But you're not fighting for space, you're actually attacking more space. Now you're attacking this space, which doesn't belong to your team. Right? So you need to fight for... So the greediest you can play is from here, and blink across from here. So you do not see at this door, right? It's the greediest you can do. Everything above this is too greedy, and this is already iffy because you have to front line, which you do not want. So just get out of the pulse bomb and you're golden. And again, you carried onto the kill on Anna, but now Ryan goes through the door and sees, oh, we get a kill, Trace is fighting, okay, let's go. And he goes, right? But now you are dead, so actually Ryan dies, right? Let's stay alive, and you carry this. Like, give your teammates a time to walk somewhere. I know they are slow. I know he could have been faster there. I know he could have pushed this 10 seconds ago. I know all of this. And he will figure it out eventually. When he climbs to Platinum. But right now, if you're Ryan, check where Ryan is at this door. So just hold the off angle. And you're fine. But you know, you could have pulsed with the Anna when the teamfight starts. You don't need to pulse bomb her early. It's the same damage if you use it early or late. But now your team keeps going again, so they're still busy dying, so you still again, like on first point, you again need to wait 5,000 years until you get the team fight again, because you fed 1 versus 5, then your team staggered, now you respawn, now your team continues to stagger, you shoot again across 5 kilometer distance to do nothing.
Ready for duty.
Like, why are you risking taking damage here? Like, what for? What will happen? Nothing. Like... Yeah, very nice fights in the blinks, but you're fighting 1 versus 2? While 3 teammates are not in the fight. Guess which team will win. I wouldn't guess your team. I would guess the other team will win. Don't do this. Wait for your team, give them time to position, try your best to give them the time to go for the best teamfight possible. So teammates will actually outperform the enemies. Because on average they will. If you give them the time. Yeah, smack it. Nice, nice, nice. Good decisions there. And the run space does belong to us. So it's clear. Yeah, not too bad. So I think 1 hour through, we are roughly done with the VOD. I hope you could take away something from it. You can always send me questions and stuff. But again, your mechanics are great. But understand that by overextending all the time, by dying early 1 versus 5 all the time, you don't only lose 1 team fight, you lose 4 team fights every single time. Like you've seen it at first point, you lost the next 4 team fights, right? And this is not by accident, this will happen every single time, because you lose, teammates overextend, enemies have ult advantage, whatever. Right? And this happens here now right again, like... Like you try to be ultra greedy to go somewhere and be in position, whatever, just wait here. Stop moving. Now go. Ball is slamming, you need to go. Good. We are going. We missed the aspect, which is unlucky. This is too far. You know? If you are here and you have 2 targets, which is better? The Ramatra or the Anna? Ah, Ramatra is a tank and he has the tank buff and he has the armor. Yeah, but at least you do damage, right? Here you do nothing. Like you did. This is wrong, Anna. I was confused now. Yeah, you did 30 points of damage. Less than a melee. That's the problem with it, right? Less than a melee. And again, there's a teamfight happening. Like, stop filtering for angles. Just kill the Ramatra. Like, you just extracted yourself from the fight mid-fight. Like, attack this or attack this. Don't let randomly go, oh, I had a target. It was very nice in close range. Let's see if I find something better. You know? If you already have a wife, don't go look for other girls. Deal with a wife. If you already found one, keep it. Again, mechanically great play against Mei. But removing yourself from the teamfight was not so great. Mid-fight. Go and fight. Now you're not fighting, so now you need to go for an angle somewhere. You got an angle somewhere, hold this angle until your payload is pushed somewhere. Nice. Yeah, good. You played your space, you won. Well done. Get a health pack. And basically, now look at this. Now the ball is doing the exact same thing as you did earlier. But ball going in kinda makes your teammate play stupid positions. Like, why is a Moira out in the open, in the center of nowhere without no cover against enemy team? Like, why? What for? Well, because ball was there, right? And same goes for Junkrat. Like, he needs to do something, so he tries to do something. Yeah, ball is just feeding. Doesn't matter. That being said, you kinda need to find an angle where your tank is fighting sooner. So, like, you're healing here, you blink for no reason. Where's your ball fighting? So where are you going? Like, the angle is here. Stay here, shoot the Ramatra. You're done. You don't need anything else. Like the teammate is starting as soon as he slams. That's your starting sign. The moment a ball slams, you need to be shooting. In distance, in position. Right? You need a close range off angle to a target in your range. Line of sight, the rest of the enemy team, so you see only one target, so you have cover. Have blinks and a recall ready to dodge whatever you need to dodge. The moment the ball slams, you need all these checkboxes fulfilled. But you are, well, one blink down, missing 1 HP reported. No, it's back. Jumping around, and then we see the enemies fighting, and ball is fighting, and we shoot across 20-meter distance? No, you need to be here shooting. You need to be here shooting. You need to be here shooting. Well, minimum here. So you can actually go to here for a short, very brief amount of time. You know, this does nothing. You just let your ball die without doing anything. You could have just sat here instead of the wall doing the same thing.
30 seconds remaining.
Now we need to triple blink onto the ender and we get the kill. Perfect. Again, mechanically totally fine. Just you need to use 3 blinks to get there. Be in a position where you can't just walk there, where the ball slams. Balls are a little bit difficult to play with. Because you need to fight when he slams. But know that ball will roll away very fast and will be left alone in the open. So you need to have this off angle where you're fighting, but you cannot just all into this off angle like we do with, like, with Winston jumps and he places a bubble, you can just blink to the bubble and exist in the bubble. It works very great. But ball doesn't create this bubble. Ball will lead you to your death, basically. So it's a little bit difficult. But you know, mechanically perfect. You diff them all. You're mechanically diffing every single enemy. 1 versus 2 every time you win. Like, how in the world are you losing this game? Right? Yeah, well, because this was doing great, but what about the other fights where you just instantly went in 1v5 and fed, right? This is a problem. Like, this is great, the other things are the problem. Like fix your... do the fundamental, short range, off angle, in timing with the tank, in the position with the tank. Play with your team. Even if they are slow and ugly and everything, play with your team. That's all. Hope you enjoyed the review. See you next time. Hey. Yeah. We will shortly